Well, hello there my fine gardening friends, how the devil are you? Welcome to the end of April, April the 29th I think, end of April here in beautiful Nova Scotia. Not such a beautiful day after an absolutely spankingly nice weekend with blue skies, sunshine and not a little warmth. Mrs F was actually doing a bit of sunbathing, reading her book on the deck, so it was that nice and warm. It's been a bit of a rainy, dreary, windy day today, but it is the end of April and I thought it's about time I actually planted my onions. I'm planting onion sets. I've got a couple of bags of onion sets. That's what I normally do. It's normally easier that way. Now, I think I've said this before, but you know, and you could say onions are quite cheap in the shop. You know, you just go down there and buy a bag of onions fairly cheaply. But I find that they literally just don't last very long. Whereas when I grow my own onions, I've literally just finished using my onions now in sort of early April that I grew last year. They last so much better and they normally taste that much better. So I like to grow them. So I thought I'd show you my normal, you know, I do them, multi-sow them. So we'll have a little go through that and you can see whether you like it or not. I normally find I can get a lot more onions in a small space, and even though they're not as big as you know, the ones you get in the shops, they are mighty tasty and they're enough for me and Mrs F and the boy. So let's have a little look. Okay, so my normal raised beds area here, as you can see, not a lot of growing at this time of year yet. I've got garlic that's come up nicely, nice and strong this year over there, and I've got I've sown some carrots, but nothing else other than my sort of tulips coming up in my raised bed, my cut flower bed at the end there. Oh, and actually the first asparagus are coming up, as you can see, in my asparagus bed. So that is very much looking forward to that. That's like the first real veg that I get in the springtime, and a very welcome and tasty veg it is too. Right, so back to the onions. No, nothing special preparing of the bed. I just used my normal sort of bed. I had a bit of seaweed every couple of years, and put a new bit of compost, and I've got some lovely sort of, it's a bit sandy actually with the seaweed in there, etc., but very nice it is too. Not too many weeds, hopefully. So all I'm going to do, I'll start with my red ones first. All I'm going to do is, there's little sets. Obviously you want to make sure you've got the root side down and the pointy bit up. Just so the tip is showing, and I'll plant them in fives. Just with a little bit of space in between them, and then they'll grow out and sort of end up probably touching, etc. But with that 5, that's a good amount with such a small space. Some of these you can feel are not particularly, have dried out a bit, but I think there's enough in there for them to be good. Let's try that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Right, I'm going to carry on, and then we'll have another look when we get to the white onions. So that is just about it. Didn't seem to be as many in here as I normally get. Oh, there's another little. Yeah. Some of them have already sort of rotted away. There's about 80 odd red and 80 odd white. So I've got another half a bed to go yet, so I need to go and get some more tonight, really. There you go. As you can see, sort of really just sort of staggered them in 5s all the way along, and then they'll grow up and they might butt up against each other, but I've actually given them a bit more space than I normally do. But they, you know, there's 160 onions then in that half a bed, and they will grow away nicely. Now I just need to cover them up and give them a water in, and Bob's your uncle, and that's really all got to do, other than a bit of weeding every now and then until sort of July, August time. Now that'll be it, ready to go. Just a bit of weeding in between and some watering in obviously extended hot periods. Easy as that. Job's a good one.